Alright, hello there YouTube. So I thought I'd go over some things about the Para because I've been getting called a macro a lot. Part of that might be because I got one of my teams I was in Parity got DQ'd from a tournament called the Metal School tournament because I had some program on my desktop called Mouse Recorder and they thought I was macroing or something. But I really wasn't, and I totally forgot to even have the program on my computer on my desktop. It's not really like for mouse clicking, it's like to record your mouse movements, and I had it set up to do other things, not for AVA. But, I mean, I guess you can't really blame them as a mouse recorder or whatever. But, that's what happens. But no, I don't macro. Um, so first off, I'll show you some of my mods. I recently went back to the trigger. I really thought it sucked before, but then I started using it again, and I really like it. I always liked it. It's just I always thought it slowed down the rate of fire, which I don't really notice anymore. You can also use shock absorber. It makes the bloom a bit big, but I feel like sometimes I do better with it than I do with other mods. Recoil control stack makes the recoil really low as well, like lower than the shock absorber. But for some reason, I kind of prefer the shock absorber. I like the trigger the best though because this mod is great for like running around, jump shotting. That's something I really like to do. For the barrel, you don't want to use heavy barrel or Spets. Spets has the lowest recoil, but I mean, you'll just not kill anybody with it. It doesn't do much damage. Heavy barrel slows down the rate of fire, doesn't really do anything. Reinforced barrel is okay if you can't tap. Like it does a little bit more damage than long range, but not really. I don't even think it does. But it slows down the rate of fire. I don't know. I would just use long range. Uh, yeah, that's about it. Anyway, first I'm gonna go into practice room here and show you how I tap it. Hold on, let me adjust my volume so it won't kill your ears, hopefully. Okay. Black scent. I was just on and I moved. Actually, I don't do black scent because the wall, it's all snowy now. I like the snow one, but it's just probably not good for this video. Alright, let me shoot and reload to get my lag here. Okay. So basically, you know, up to, say, this range. Like, oh, let's see what this is, like 20 meters? Yeah. You just stand and shoot for me. I mean, you can crouch, but you can just stand and shoot for the most part. So, like, what you want to do is you just want to tap it. Um, I don't know. So some people don't call me macro. I'll turn down the game volume so you can't hear it, and you can hear my tapping. But the recoil is actually bad now. Hold on. I mean, I'm not like an amazing tapper, but you can do this. I mean, it's honestly not that hard. So that's what you want to do. Turn it back up. And so, when you're using this Para, with the mods that I have at least, I like to walk around like this because you can see the crosshair still stays relatively small, not as much as when you're shifting. Like when you're shifting, it's good to shift a lot of times, but you don't want to peek when you're shifting sometimes. Like, I don't know, sometimes if I know the enemy is right here, I wouldn't want to like shift around this corner. The recoil is smaller, but I feel like you're somehow easier to hit. What I like to do is just move like this, and then, you know, it only takes, you know, 3 to 5 shots to kill, so you can do 3 to 5 shots, you know, really quickly. Another thing you can do is, like, if you know he's here, you know, fire, like, you start off high, and then when you crouch, it's really effective. Now, at longer ranges, I don't like to zoom always. It's just, if I know they're lit, like if they're not lit, I might do that. Or if, like, it's through a small crack, sort of like, I don't know, spray it, whatever. What I like to use the right click for mostly, though, is, like, say I know there's a guy vent peeking, like he's standing up there, I'll zoom in, turn, and shot. It's good for one-dinking. You can, of course, do it without that, but it's just a little bit easier when you're zoomed in because then his head's closer or whatever, like it's zoomed in. I don't know. One thing a lot of people think is weird about a Para, and they don't do it, what you can do is, like, say you know this guy's in the left corner, you can, and I mean, the bloom's kind of bad at first, but I honestly don't think say he's in this corner, I mean, it's effective because they don't expect it and like you can easily kill them. Now, of course, you don't want to do it all the time. For example, here you wouldn't want to, you want to shift on this corner. The red box, you gotta get the headshot or something. So yeah, that's that. Actually, let me go over something about smokes. Some people have some bad ideas about smoke. Okay, so first off, let's pretend that this is the bind, or the bind is the C4. So C4 is down here. Say that there's like 30 seconds left in the round. I'm NRF. So I know that you guys are gonna come and get this bomb soon, and I'm playing here, and I know he's in the Jew site. Some people would think it's a stupid idea to throw smoke here, right? But actually, it's probably a good idea because you want to throw smoke when you know they're going to come in somewhere, when they have to. Because then, from their point of view, they have to look through the smoke. They don't know where you are. And, like, normally, if I'm the last one alive and the bomb's down, I might do this, check here, I might check that corner. But if it's smoked, so if it's smoked, I don't have the time to check every single corner, you know what I mean? Like, it's smoke, so I wanted to grab the C4 and run. Well, that's actually a bad idea, because if I had smoked it and I was here, he picked up C4, it's honestly not that hard to get him to the smoke. And so basically, when it's smoked, the enemy doesn't have the time and the liberty to check every single corner, because, they're in smoke and they don't know what's going to happen, blah, blah. The only negative thing is if you can't, get the kill. I don't know. And I mean, they still might check every corner, but it usually helps, I think. Sort of like, if the last guy's coming through this door, I might throw a smoke here, and then just crouch here. Because from his point of view, he's got to come through the door, and does he really have time to walk in like this? Because if he walks in looking this way, his whole side is exposed, right? So what he wants to do is do a quick check, like a quick derp, and then look around. And so he's not really going to be like checking all the way against the wall. He won't check that extreme angle. He'll check this angle, but then he's going to have to go back. He's not going to be able to go like this, because then his whole side is exposed. He can't see that side, see? And so because he can't see the right side, he can't do this one. Whereas if it wasn't smoked, he has the liberty to do that because he still can't see this way. But he was more sure of what he saw over there. The smoke just really throws him off their game, basically. So that's the way I like to use smoke sometimes. Yeah. Now I'm about to go do a real game with the Para. So let's just go do some match channel game or something.
Обнаружена бомба! Бросаю гранату!
Since I have my volume lower.
Мы их прикончили!
I heard a guy inside, so I'm gonna go back.
Сопротивление противника сломлено!
The tappings, like I said earlier, you just gotta tap at those ranges.
Бросаю гранату!
So I'm on the radar.
I got one!
Противник уничтожен!
I had a little bit of bad aim there, but all you gotta do is tap every shot. You don't gotta burst or spray or anything. Yeah, it'll just come with practice too.
Бросаю гранату!
These mods, using heavy barrel.
У нас новый командир взвода!
Aiming at these boxes because if I see their head over, I'll be able to headshot them maybe. I'm not really playing.
Сопротивление противника сломлено!
Gameplay. I'm gonna camp here. Look at this little crack on my right to see if they walk by. They might have saw me on radar, but like I said, I'm not. I'm not really playing smart right now. Grade spawns. I'm gonna take them.
Go, go, go! Fire in the hole!
Should be able to get past that. Just tapping. There's a guy instead of sight here, but that guy's gonna come out first. Oh, this guy. Who plays in that? Oh, I do actually.